The Pursuit of Happiness, Mark's Journey. A simple story written and created by me. In the bustling city of Milan, there lived a young man named Mark. From the outside, he seemed to have everything: a prestigious job at a top marketing firm, a sleek apartment in the city center, and a wardrobe that would make any fashion magazine proud. Yet, deep inside, Mark felt an inexplicable emptiness, a constant gnawing sensation that something was missing. Mark's childhood had been a carefully orchestrated path to success. His parents, both high-achieving professionals, had instilled in him the belief that happiness was a formula. Work hard, earn more, buy more, and eventually you'll be content. From a young age, Mark was pushed to excel: top grades, prestigious universities, internships at renowned companies. Every achievement was celebrated, but never truly enjoyed. At 32, Mark had followed this blueprint meticulously. He worked 12-hour days, climbed the corporate ladder faster than his colleagues, and accumulated wealth that allowed him luxurious experiences. Every weekend, he would either travel to exotic locations or attend high-profile networking events. His Instagram was a carefully curated showcase of what seemed like a perfect life. But perfection, Mark was learning, was an illusion. His first major revelation came after a promotion he had desperately wanted. When the company announced him as the new senior marketing director, he expected to feel euphoric. Instead, he felt nothing. The achievement he had pursued for years left him feeling hollow and disconnected. Believing that perhaps personal relationships were the key to happiness, Mark began investing more time in dating. He went on numerous dates, each more sophisticated than the last. Michelin star restaurants, weekend getaways, expensive gifts. He thought these would help him find a meaningful connection. But each relationship was superficial, ending before it truly began. The women were attracted to his success, but none saw the person behind the polished exterior. Convinced that travel might provide the fulfillment he sought, Mark started planning elaborate trips. He visited the beaches of Bali, trekked the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, and explored the bustling streets of Tokyo. Each destination promised transformation, a chance to reinvent himself. Yet, upon returning home, the same emptiness would consume him. His material possessions grew: a luxury sports car, a designer watch collection, the latest technological gadgets. But these objects, which once excited him, now felt like mere decorations in his life, unable to fill the growing void within. The turning point came unexpectedly during a meditation retreat he initially attended out of curiosity. The retreat was nestled in the serene mountains, far from the urban chaos Mark was accustomed to. During the first few days, his mind rebelled against the silence and stillness. The instructor, an elderly man with deep, calm eyes, observed Mark's internal struggle. "The mind is like a river," he said during a group session. "You can fight the current or learn to swim with it." Those words began to chip away at Mark's carefully constructed emotional walls. During a prolonged meditation session, something extraordinary happened. Mark began to observe his thoughts as if they were passing clouds. He didn't judge them, didn't cling to them. He simply let them flow. For the first time, he perceived an internal space of quietude, a place beyond thoughts, beyond expectations, beyond the constant need to prove something. This revelation was not dramatic or instantaneous. It was a gentle awakening, like a soft light gradually illuminating a dark room. Mark began to understand that happiness was not a destination but a state of being. It wasn't about acquiring more, but about appreciating what was already present. He started small. He reduced his work hours, spent more time with his family, reconnected with old friends, and began practicing mindfulness. He learned to find joy in simple moments: a cup of coffee in the morning, a conversation with a friend, the feeling of sunlight on his skin. Slowly, Mark transformed. Not through grand gestures or massive life changes, but through subtle, consistent shifts in perspective. He discovered that happiness was an internal journey, not an external conquest. His relationships improved. No longer seeking to impress, he began to connect authentically. He practiced daily gratitude, noting 3 things he was thankful for each evening. Paradoxically, when he stopped chasing love and success, Both seem to flow more naturally towards him. The moral of Mark's story is simple yet profound. True happiness cannot be found in achievements, possessions, or external validation. It resides within us, waiting to be acknowledged, nurtured, and embraced. Happiness is not something you chase. It's something you cultivate by being present, authentic, and kind to yourself. Mark had finally understood that true wealth is not in material possessions, but in inner richness. Peace is not the absence of problems, but the ability to traverse them with serenity.